Pag-usapan natin itong post ni Teo Moreno. Title niya, 52 minutes ago, may post. Title is, The Hypocrisy Behind Survey Politics and the BBM Administration Intellectual Dishonesty. So, hipokrito daw ang Administrasyong Marcos Jr., sabi ni Teo Moreno. Magkakaroon sila ng intellectual dishonesty. Kaya lang, mayroon na siyang disclaimer nito. Sabi niya, editorial, Teo Moreno, credits to the owner of the photo, Bangayan. PS, this is a personal reaction about the recent media briefing of Claire Castro where she downplayed surveys. This isn't news, so don't tell me it's fake news. Tanje. Okay, kasi wala, kini-question ni Yusek Claire Castro yung result ng Pulse Asia survey. Ano daw, yung 2,400 respondents hindi daw nagsasalamin sa sentiments ng 116 million Filipinos, something like that. Kaya lang dito sa editorial ni Teo Moreno, nung una, yung mga surveys, tuwan-tuwa sila kasi pabor sa kanila. Eh ngayon na ang survey, bagsak sila, wala na, kini-question. Kaya nga, yung sinasabi niya, hypocrisy. Okay. Basahin ko lang ha. When talks of impeaching Vice President Sara reached the floor of House of Representatives, multiple commission surveys were immediately launched to gauge public support. Bantay nyo. Commission survey, binayaran. Pag commission survey, hindi ako naniniwala. Dapat yung non-commission. O kaya, kulang ang credibility basta commission surveys. Okay. Based on the results of these commission surveys, 84% of student respondents wanted VP Sara removed from office, while 41% of Filipinos backed the impeachment complaint. Using these numbers as justification, lawmakers fast-tracked the impeachment process, completely disregarding constitutional safeguards, arguing that the Filipino people have spoken. Yon. Dahil pabor sa kanila yung resulta, ito, voice of the people have spoken. Let's impeach VP Sara. Kasi survey, pabor sa kanila. Yet, when former President Rudy Duterte was unlawfully arrested and unconstitutionally surrendered to ICC, something different happened. Massive grassroots support emerged. Prayer rallies sprouted in various regions, cities, and provinces. In Davao City alone, an estimate of 350,000 people gathered on March 28, 2025. To downplay the groundswell of support, the Philippine National Police claimed that only 60,000 people joined rallies nationwide. But this narrative quickly fell apart as countless photos and videos exposed the lie. Kaya nga ipokrito eh. In a desperate attempt to counter the growing public support, another survey was released. Ito na naman. Naniniwala sila sa mga survey na pabor sa kanila. This time, it claimed that 6 in 10 Filipinos support Duterte's trial at the ICC, and the 75% believe no one is above the law. This even amplified a suspiciously timed claim that 51% of Filipinos believe Duterte should be held accountable for drug war deaths, and that nearly half of the ICC's intervention. Why? Because once again, that's what the survey shows. But here's the double standard. Ito na yung pagka-ipokrito ng administrasyon. Now that the latest survey shows VP Sara holding a 61% trust rating, far ahead of President Bongbong Marcos' 25%, the Marcos camp newly minted spokesperson, Attorney Claire Castro, suddenly questions the legitimacy of the survey data. Sabi niya sa kanyang press conference, hindi naman sila nagsasalamin sa sentimento ng millions of Filipino. Question na. Nung una, pabor sa kanila, yun ang justification nila. She argues that the 2,400 respondents sa present Pulse Asia survey do not represent the sentiments of more than 100 million people across the country. This exposes either a deep misunderstanding of how surveys and statistics work or a deliberate effort to mislead the public. Coming from a lawyer, this is embarrassing. It proves that passing the bar exam does not automatically equate to intelligence, wisdom, or even basic common sense. Nako, wala na. Question na ang katalinuhan ng anti-Claire natin. Some lawyers are simply privileged enough to study law and lucky enough to pass, but that doesn't mean they're better or smarter than anyone else. What this shows is that the BBM administration is packed with ignorant, misinformed, and intellectually dishonest individuals. Grabe. They embrace surveys when the numbers work in their favor, but dismiss them the moment the figures become inconvenient. Filipinos, it's time to wake up. We pay, sinusildohan. We pay these officials with our taxes. We fund their bloated salaries only to be led by a government that's full of arrogance but empty in wisdom and confidence. You know why I supported the Dutertes? Because they don't act like they're above everyone else. Take VP Sara as an example. She's the only national official consistently reaching far-flung provinces and mountainous areas. Correct. She does this even outside of election season with no cameras or fanfare. Mga tao lang, mga vlogger lang, mga Facebook reels lang ang nagko-cover sa lakad ni VP Sara sa mga napakalayong mga lugar. This is what people appreciate, and this is why, despite all the demolition job thrown her way, VP Sara still ranks the highest in trust and approval among national officials. No amount of twisted narratives, misleading statements, or disparate smear campaigns can change that. Not even the Malacanang attack dog. Sino yung attack dog? Si Andy Claire. Okay. So, salamat mga... Ay, magbasa lang ako sa mga comments. Kisel AC, the disclaimer caught my attention better than the write-up because, to be honest, I have long been desensitized by her incompetence. So, Rosalyn Arceo, yes, if it's in their favor, the survey is reliable, legit, and it speaks for the majority. But if it is not to their favor, survey doesn't speaks to the millions of Filipinos. Grabe. John Ari, Attorney Claire Castro, 88. Alam ay yung 80-80. Ubog. So, salamat sa mga pagsubaybay nyo sa ating channel, mga kaibigan. Nakakatulong kayo ng malaki sa tribong Talaandig ng Bukidnon dahil ang sweldo sa channel na ito is tinutulong natin sa mga tribo. Namimigay tayo ngayon ng mga yero at pako para ma-repair ang sira-sirang bahay ng tribong Talaandig. So, salamat sa inyong suporta, tulong, lalo na yung mga hindi nag-i-skip ng ads. Panoorin nyo ang video na ito.
Mauna ni Angero nga ipangatag ini sa Sitio Garden, sakop sa may Tikalaan Bukidnon. Og mauna ni sila.
Salamat kayo. Salamat kayo. Ang kasing-kasing sa usaga may ang kataw. Hinapon ta nga dagan ganing nga moabot kanser. Para dagan pang tabangan.
O karon mauna ni ang natagaan og Gero.
Yehey! Salamat kayo.
Mauna ni sila. Og mauna ni sila. So sa isinta na ni sila kabalay ang natabangan din sa Sitio Garden.
Kayo kay makatong na gid mi. Salamat. Salamat to. May pang